Hey, what's up, everybody? Ike Stevens here, KE5 WDP. Welcome to WDP Ham Radio and Storm Chasing. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to that for sure. I'm here in Temple, Texas, at my hotel. I got this suite for free because of Hotels.com. All right, you get all these credits or whatever. So I got a suite, and I didn't spend a freaking dime for it. I'm going to, we're here for the Belton Ham Expo that they have twice a year. I'm here in April 2023, and tomorrow I'll be filming a lot, so stay tuned for that video. This video is about Bosque County Amateur Radio Club. It was a great club, and I say great and I say past tense. Okay, so I've been out of club life for 10 or 11 years, and it has nothing to do with clubs. It has everything to do with being busy with work. I'm just now being able to get back into, radio's hot and heavy, and I joined another club, a local club where I'm at. And that's good. There's a lot of friendly faces, and I'll talk about that more on this channel in the future. While I was walking around at the Ham Expo, which is actually just the tailgate, just kind of the setup, I ran into some old radio buddies from the club, one of, well, I'm not going to say who they are, but they're very, very, very active in the club, and they're still active in other clubs today. But back when the Bosque County Club was big and active, they were a big part of that, and they actually helped me, propelled me as a new ham back then to become more active and everything. So they're kind of like, my Elmer in a way, right? So we're sitting there talking. We're sitting out there talking for an hour or so. It was great to catch up with them. I haven't seen these guys in 10 years or more, and it's like, you guys are older. He was like, hey, you remember this guy? I was like, he had to like talk a little bit for me to remember him because he was older, and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. But a little bit of a history lesson with me and Bosque County Radio Club. I know that this is not, only like people maybe interested in that club, or maybe former members of the club or current members of the club now may be interested in this, and those of you guys that are into amateur radio may be interested in this. This club was probably the most friendly club when I was a new ham, right? And they were welcoming, they were fun to talk to, and we would talk all night long, okay, all day, all night. It was just an active repeater. The club was, was fun. It was fun to go to the meetings and all that, and it was a good time. Unfortunately, I moved, which was kind of fortunate for us, but that's one of the reasons why I was work and moving. I kind of got away from the club, but I was still, I would still talk to them on the weekend. I still go to a meeting every now and then when I could, but work and family came first, and that really kind of took over. And then right around 2013 or so is when, some of the guys that got sick and passed away, and there was just a whole string of them, like right there within a couple of years. And a lot of the old timers and guys that I enjoyed talking to, and even a younger guy that, passed away of leukemia, a lot of them, it was just like they, they were gone. And, but the club still kind of kept on going. They still tried to do what they could and all that. Unfortunately, and this was after I was gone, they were just kind of catching me up because I'm over here sitting there thinking, what happened to the club? Okay, what happened to the club? I kind of heard bits and pieces and rumors, over the years, but I just didn't follow up because I had my own thing going on. And it turns out politics got in the way, and drama and not welcoming new hams, not welcoming new members to the club, right? And so you take a radio club that's in a, Bosque County, which it's not really known for anything, right? But it's just a small county. Well, it's a big county, but small population in central Texas. There's really nothing there, okay? And most of the members that were in that club, there was a few members that lived in Bosque County, but then there was people like me that didn't even live in Bosque County. We were, the most active in the club, right? And some of the other clubs around the area, they were kind of toxic. They had one or two members that just like made it where it was impossible to, function in those clubs. And we actually built a really good club with the VE team. We had field days. It was good. It was a good thing. We were recognized by National Weather Service. It was just a good club. But you have people that came in that were either new hams or not even hams at all that came in and said, this is how you should run the club. And it was like, and then it was like all these rules that kind of came into place and stuff like that. If you guys watch the last video that I posted, it's called Cooter's Antenna Raise. You'll hear Richard, BS3, KB5ZPW, he's passed away. But he sat there and said something about rules, and he was talking about the club, and the reason why he wasn't active anymore in the club is because they were just enacting all these rules, and that was kind of about the same time as I was, I was getting out of the club, not because of them, it's because, just I had a lot of work to do. And so my thing is this, I don't want to have this a big, long video and talking about my history because, listen, my history with the club is great. The people there were great. It was fun times, right? And I can name all the list of people that I used to talk to and I miss, and some of them are still around that I get to talk to every now and then, right? But the thing is this, in the new club that I'm in now, that my local club, are 100% friendly. These guys get it. These guys, now granted I'm new to the club, I may not know maybe some, behind the scenes stuff that I don't know about, but from a new guy coming into that club, it's like these guys were all welcoming, and I would get up on the repeater and, and put my call sign out there, and they're like, I don't know these guys. They don't know me. And it's like, let's talk. Let's have a good time on the radio. And that's what it's supposed to be. Ham radio is a hobby with a purpose, with e-com and everything like that, that we help out at with weather mainly, sometimes like bike rides and things of that nature. There's a lot of things that we help out doing, but at the end of the day, it's a freaking hobby, and we volunteer to do it because we love this hobby, right? I grew up in it, and that's all I know. Like, I'm passionate about it when I'm into it 100%, and then sometimes, I get off doing something else, and, but here's the thing. If you're starting up a club, or if you have a club and you're having a problem with either attendance, or maybe there's just some back and forth going on, some drama in the club, remember the basics of having a radio club, right? Is to promote ham radio and make it fun. It's supposed to be fun. Radio is supposed to be fun. It's fun for me, always has been. When, there's some of this back and forth stuff going on and they add rules, that's when I dip out. I think, maybe you should have some basic rules, some bylaws, and things of that nature that go along with the FCC rules. You know what I mean? To me, it's not that difficult. And I think some people just try to make it something to what it's not. And, well, anyway, I had to get this off my chest because I was sitting there talking with these guys, and I miss talking to them, right? And they're sitting there telling me all this stuff, and I was like, now they're part of other clubs, but it's like Bosque County was a huge club. It was a fun club. I've got videos on my main channel from back in the day of all these guys. It was a great thing, but people make it to where it's not. Bosque County Amateur Radio Club. Bosque County Radio Club. If you're out there listening, you're part of this club that's barely hanging on. Just remember, and I guess I can consider myself an old timer, even though there was a lot of people that were there way before me. But as a former member and a former promoter, former officer of the club, just remember it's supposed to be fun. Remember that. Radio is supposed to be fun. When I'm going up here to this Hamfest tomorrow, it's not because I have to. It's not because, this Hamfest, no, I want to. I want to be there. And all those other hams that are up there, they all want to be there. Field day, contest, just sitting there rag chewing. It's all supposed to be fun. Remember that. You could have a thriving club if you wanted to, but you need to remember it's supposed to be fun. Anyways, thanks for watching. You guys have a good one. I'm going to be filming tomorrow at the Hamfest in Belton, Texas. So I doubt this video is going to get out there on this small channel. But for those of you guys that do watch this channel right now, we'll be filming a lot of this stuff, and I'll show you what the Hamfest is. It's you guys might think it's boring. To me, it's fun. Talk to you guys later. 73.